Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monday Night Call. I am Natalie Borges, Emerald Brand Ambassador, and I'm so excited to be sharing with you guys tonight about a topic that is very dear to my heart. And it's all about adding value tonight. So we're going to talk about how adding value on social media is actually a monumental part of your business, and we should all be adding value. This is a big part of what we do. So let me pull up my presentation here. Can y'all see this? Okay. All right. Are we good? Thumbs up. Cool. Okay. So we're going to be talking about the how-to for adding value on social media. So before posting anything, I want you guys to ask yourself these three questions. This is what we're going to break down tonight. Before you post anything, whether that be stories or your page, is it inspiring? Am I helping people solve their actual problems? And am I building trust? These three things are honestly the cornerstone of our sharing on social media. Remember, we are building a business on social media, an actual business on social media. And we want to make sure that we're asking these three things before we post anything. Is it inspiring? I know this seems kind of self-explanatory, but I kind of want to break this down a little bit. We want to be enthusiastic in how we share. If you're showing up on social media and you look really down and out and you're upset every day when you show up on your stories, or you're complaining every day when you show up on your stories, you're not really being enthusiastic or passionate. We want to be these things when we show up. Also empathetic. We want to be empathetic towards, maybe there was, I don't know, something going on in a community that you know of, and you want to be empathetic towards them. You want to post appropriate to that, or you want to just make people feel seen and known. You can do that in a post. You can do that in how you share. Gotta have a desire to actually build people up. Like, you have to want to do that. We're in a people business, you guys. And as much as we sell probiotics, we do a lot more than that. We build people up in how we show up all the time. And so really, if you don't have a desire for that, start digging deep into, why don't I want to do that? Or why don't I have a desire to do that? Because this is going to be a really big part of your business, of your coaching. Whenever you want to coach, once you have a team and you're actually coaching people, this is a big part of what we do. You want to fuel someone's desire to dream. You want to share, whether that be a quote that you Googled. Like, it can be as simple as Googling an inspirational quote that'll just fire someone up when they read it in the morning. Fuel someone's desire to dream. You have so many people in your life who are scared to dream, who are so scared to do what you're doing right now, scared to show up in this way, scared to try something new. And you can possibly help shift that for them in how you post. Okay. For our second question, am I helping someone solve a problem? This is also a big deal. We are problem solvers. If you didn't know that, you're a problem solver. We solve problems. We do that for a living and we get paid for it. Be helpful. Share tips and tricks and things you are currently learning. What personal development journey are you on right now? Talk about that. I love when Tova shares her meal plan thing on the board. Like, that's inspired me. That's been helpful for me. Kylie's been sharing these awesome recipes. That's helpful. Those are everyday things that people can really use helping. Easy breakfast, are you kidding me? That's so easy and simple, and you're helping people in a very tangible way. And you have tips and tricks to share. Whether you think you don't, you do. You have experiences that can help other people, and you can be helpful by sharing that. Focus on solutions. So I don't want you to so much focus on the problems people are having, because then that's not inspiring. I want you to really focus on solutions, not so much the problem. If we hyper focus on the problem, then we're going to have a lot more controversies, and we're going to have a lot more arguments, and we don't want that. We want to focus on solutions. Engage with your people. If someone has further questions, tell them they can come to you. Open up that door. Let people know that you're a safe place. Like, I just posted this recipe, but if you want to switch it up and you want to let me know what you use, I would love to know, what you did. Or if you have a way of doing something, let me know. Always invite people to come and talk to you, to come and share with you. Once you have that open door, people are going to feel a lot more safe to ask you a question about, what business are you in? Or, I see you talking about Plexus, and I see you talking about these products. Like, I want to know more about that, because you've opened that door already. That door is already open. You already have that line of communication. And so that actually becomes easier when you're already engaging with your community. Okay, so am I building trust? This is my favorite part, honestly, about all of this, because it all starts with trust. And honestly, if someone has purchased from you and someone has bought something from you, I don't care if it's just a probiotic, they trusted you. They listened to your recommendation, and they trusted you. And before, I was just talking to Natalie about this, when we needed the socials. I mean, whoa, like, people actually straight up gave us their socials. That means they trusted us. Okay. So if we can do it with socials, you can do it now. Okay. It's easier now. But ask yourself this question: am I building trust with my community, with my people, with the people that are watching my stories? I hope you guys know that you can see who's looking at your stories. You can see who's looking at your stuff, because that's important to know who's watching your stuff. But number one, be honest and vulnerable for the sake of imparting the lesson that you've learned, not for venting. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. It's for the sake of imparting the lesson that you've learned, not just to vent on social media and just spit out all your problems to everybody. Okay. Last year, I was super vulnerable on social media. I was talking about my miscarriage that I had last year, and that was so vulnerable to do. But I was doing it because I knew that there were aspects to my story that were going to help somebody. I knew that there were aspects of things that were going on in my life that can possibly help someone who was going through the same thing. And I wanted to let people know they weren't alone. So do you see the difference in how we want to impart the lessons that we're learning, the lessons that we've learned, in a way that inspires people? We're not just venting on social media. We don't want to do that. 2, show people that you care. Show people that you care. Someone's posting something about something that happened to them, comment on it. Ask them if they're okay. Maybe shoot them a direct message. Be like, hey, I saw you were going through this. I just wanted to check in. Show people that you care with polls, asking questions in posts. If you want to really engage with your people, ask questions in your posts. That's helpful. I like to do these polls on Instagram where I kind of do a pulse check with my people, and I'm like, how's your day going? Like, has it been a great day today? Has it been a bad day? Has it been an exciting day? Has it been a frustrating day? And you know what? That's opened up a lot of awesome conversations about how people are actually doing. People want to just know that you care about them, and that you're not just selling them something, but that you actually care about them. 3, do I know who my audience actually is? speak to them, right? Like I just said before, you can see who's looking at your stories. You can see who's engaging with you, who likes your post the most. If they're all stay-at-home moms, that's your audience. Like if you're a teacher and a lot of the engagement you're having is with people that work in the public school system, then that's your audience. Make sure that you're aware of that. Those are the people that are really watching your stuff, that are really listening to you. You know their pain points, right? I know the pain points of a homeschooling mom of boys, because that's me. So it's important to know who's watching your stuff. I'm not saying that all of my followers are just moms. Okay, that might not be your story. I'm a 32-year-old mom of boys who homeschools. So where you're at right now, see who your audience is. It might look different than mine, but there's always more of a community of people that are watching your stuff. And it's good to know who those people are. Be genuine. Create or reshare content in your own words, how you speak. Okay, I know we do a lot of resharing, and that's okay. Resharing is great, but make sure you're making the edits to these posts so that it sounds like you. I know that when I started using y'all, because I've lived in the South for like almost 10 years now, a lot of my Jersey people were like, what, don't be using y'all, but it's like, now it's a natural thing for me. But they knew that when I used y'all the first time, that didn't sound like me, right? Now 10 years in the South, y'all is a part of my language now. So, but people know what sounds like you. So if you're showing up here and you're just copying and pasting posts, people are going to know that's not you. And if it's not you, it's not genuine. And if it's not genuine, you're not going to build trust with your community, with your people. So it's super important to stay genuine to who you are. We don't want you to be anyone else but you. A lot of people, if you ever get the words, I just want to be authentic. So, I don't want to share yet. I just want to be authentic, and it doesn't seem like it's authentic to do the business. No, we want them to come up. We want them to show up for who they are, and we want them to be genuine. We don't want you to change in that way. We want you to stay true to who you are. Of course, we all have learning to do, and we're going to change in the process of developing and being a better version of ourselves, but we still want that unique taste to who we are. Don't lose that, and don't lose that in your posting. Okay, so this was a really cool little thing that I made that I thought it just all kind of fit in perfectly with what I was sharing tonight. Like I mentioned, we want to inspire, we want to help, we want to build trust. And what's so awesome about this little process here is that that's going to build your leadership. Okay, when you're inspiring people and you're helping people and you're building trust with people, your leadership is going to grow. You're going to feel confident. You're going to feel that shift. And because people are going to come to you, they're going to want to follow. They're going to want to, follow you, and they're going to listen to your recommendations, right? So when you say you need the reset and you need the triplex, they're going to listen because you've already inspired them. You've helped them in one way or the other. They trust you, right? So they can buy from you. They buy from you because they trust you. And if they're not buying from you, it's because they don't trust you. And so we want to work on this because this is all going to lead to leadership. And when you get into this place, this happy place of where you're doing this and you're repeating this consistently, you're going to see results in your business because you're going to be growing in your leadership when you do this. The 2 senior rubies on my team, at some point, right? I have inspired them. I have helped them. I have built trust with them where they can trust me, right? Where they can trust my leadership. And this is so important. You'll see this in your team. Like, these are the people I'm inspiring. These are the people I'm helping. These are the people that trust me. People that trust you're going to join you. So this is going to result in extreme success for your business if you repeat this process. Now, we want to make this even more personal. And I'm not even kidding. I was writing this up and I really felt the Lord say to my heart, like just like this feeling I had, how we had to make this even more personal. And this is how we do it. We inspire ourselves, okay? You need to add value to you first. You need to help yourself first. You need to build trust within yourself first. You need to lead yourself first. And that essentially is what's going to bring results into your business. Now, a lot of times we believe, and I think it's a lot of Christians, if you're a believer in the Lord, then you're gonna relate to this. But sometimes as Christians, we can get stuck in this inactivity, right? Because we want God to help us, like, oh, help myself. Well, the Bible says my help comes from the Lord, and yes, it does. But God gave Adam specific instructions, right? Even before sin came into the world, he gave him specific instructions about the work that he would do. And he gave him a brain and he gave him hands. He said, name these animals, take care of these animals. That was God's design for us. And so I want you to see this as a calling. This isn't just like self-help, this is not self-help lingo. Okay, this is truly biblical. If you open the book of Proverbs, you will see that God talks about work a lot. He talks about integrity in your work. He talks about it. He talks about money and work a lot in the book of Proverbs. And it's so important to not expect God to do everything for you and get stuck with to get stuck in this inactivity, or I need confirmation from God to see if I need to work that. Honey, you have everything you need to be so successful at this. If I wanted to nail something to this wall, I'm not going to pray to God that God would just magically bring a nail and a hammer. I'm going to go get the nail and the hammer and I'm going to nail whatever I need to nail to the wall, because he's given me hands. He's given me everything I need to be successful. And so I want you to add value to you. I want you to start here. And I'm kind of ending here, but I want you to start here. Now, add value to you. How? How can I add value to myself? I want you to see yourself as your biggest investment. And this is how you can do it. Very, very simple, easy steps right here. Participate in our book club. That's the number one easiest thing you can do to add value to yourself. It's a book club. We read the book. We read 2 chapters a week, and it's awesome. If you're not a part of it and you're not, participating in that, I'm encouraging you, please do so, because that's the number one way I can see if someone is really taking their personal development seriously, is if they can buy the book and just come out on Thursdays and be a part of this. This is a very easy way to add value to yourself, to grow yourself. 2, follow inspiring accounts. I think that's like the easiest, simplest way. A lot of people complain about social media being like this horrible place. Honestly, I follow the most inspiring people on social media that I can get on social media and be like, whoa, like get a revelation. And I'll like message people like, oh my God, I came across this post, fire, that's the easiest way. If you're following people that are negative, complaining, bringing you down, you need to block or mute, like they say, block and release, because they're not adding to you. They're not adding value to your life. 3, listen, okay? Listen to your sponsors' coaching. Listen to YouTube videos and podcasts. I mean, if your sponsor is telling you, don't post that, that's actually, whether that not be something, whether it not be a good post or whether it be a blurry photo, listen to what your sponsor's coaching. That's a great place to start. YouTube videos are amazing. If you don't know how to talk to people and you want to learn how to talk to people, you can learn how to talk to people on YouTube. Vanessa Van Edwards, I mean, she's amazing with just social dynamics and how to talk to people and how to read people. It's all on YouTube. A podcast, listen to a podcast, personal development podcast. It's going to bless you more than you even know. A little 30-minute video, 30-minute podcast can leave such an impact on your day. And you should be doing that every day. Read articles and books. Okay. The leaders on this team, we all have awesome book recommendations that we love to share. We love to talk about this stuff because it's really changed our lives. So if you need a book recommendation, ask us. Take a course, find a free webinar. Okay. Some things are free. There's some of these social media webinars that are completely free. You hop on, learn a thing or two, and then please share that with us. And then make a video and empower and share it with the whole team. We would love to learn from you. And then you see how you added value to yourself, and then you can just add value to others, because it's so much easier when you're pouring into yourself to then be able to pour out to others. We know this. Get into a healthy routine. Daily affirmations, devotions, prayers, meditation, like it all starts with you. It all starts with you. You can't do any of what I have shared tonight. Can't do any of it if you don't start with you. Thank you for listening. This concludes my presentation. I hope that this was helpful. And if you're watching the recording, I really hope that this really helps you guys. It's so important to really focus on this, because this is how we grow trust with our community, with our people that are following us on social media. Good night, guys.